This is Dwight Mahalitz. I'm president of Effective Managers. This is one of the example vidcasts that I'm doing to go with part 4 of the accountability series. In part 4, we talk about the effective point of accountability. And I've been asked to provide some examples so people can help get some understanding of how best to apply this in their organization. I've done one example for small to mid-sized companies, one for mid to large-sized companies, and this one for not-for-profit organizations. So you'll be able to find any one of those examples on the YouTube channel. So in the not-for-profit situation, we can imagine that we have a board of directors. We have an executive director who's accountable for the organization. We have a head of fundraising, and we have some specialist fundraising positions. If it's a larger organization, the fundraising might be at a VP level. If it's smaller, it might be at a director level. But nonetheless, the concepts are exactly the same. So if we think about the effective point of accountability, then the board would be holding the executive director accountable for the overall performance of the organization. So that would include gaining sufficient revenue through fundraising and other activities such as grants and so on, but also for the delivery of the services. So the executive director is accountable for overall organization performance. So that would be the effective point of accountability for organizational performance, and the board would hold the executive director accountable for that. But we all know the executive director can't do all of the work in the organization, so may hire a specialist who's accountable for fundraising. So the executive director would hold the head of fundraising accountable for all of the fundraising activities in the organization. So that would be integrating all of the different activities and producing a bottom line revenue for which they would be held to account. So the effective point of accountability for fundraising would sit with the head of fundraising, but that does not take away from the effective point of accountability of the executive director for overall organizational performance, which includes fundraising. So what we've done is taken a very large accountability, made it slightly smaller, made it more focused, and delivered that single point of accountability one level down in the organization, and are holding that individual accountable for the results. The same thing can repeat at the next level in the organization. So the head of fundraising isn't going to do all of the fundraising on their own. That person may hire specialists, bequests, special events, social media marketing and fundraising and so on, whatever those might be. So in each of these cases, you will have effective points of accountability for that specialist activity. So an effective point of accountability, for example, for bequests, or for social media, or for events. And again, that does not take away from the accountability of the head of fundraising for overall fundraising, but what they have done are created these effective points of accountability that are more focused and one level down the organization. They maintain their accountability for overall fundraising and for the integration of all of the activities across all of these specialties, and are held to account to the executive director for these activities. So those are the examples for not-for-profit. If you have any questions, please do feel free to be in touch with me, or put a comment on one of my LinkedIn posts where you can comment, and I do watch that and would answer that question that you might have for everyone that would link in. So thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Take care.